Well, he was the greatest entertainer who ever lived. There's no disputing that. There's not one singer can probably hold a torch to him. And that's shown by how many Elvis impersonators there are. I mean, they did a poll many years ago, and I think they said by the year 2040, literally 70 or 80% of the world will be Elvis impersonators. Because there's so many now. There are so many now.
The worst part of the job, this.
I'd always wanted to try and be a singer. There's all of it all put back in the van. I'll put this back in the van, all these boxes. But nothing in my wildest dreams would have made me think I could do it. We used to go for an Indian meal once a week. We'd go to an Indian restaurant, me and Donna. And on the way home, she would say, "Play some Elvis," because she's mad on Elvis. And I would sing along with Elvis. And she just happened to show her mum me singing. And Eleanor was a singer for 40, 50 years. And she was Bernard Manning's main singer for 25 years. And she showed her, and she said she was sort of taken aback. She says, he really needs to think about doing that because he's got the voice. Nice setup.
Well, yeah, as per usual, we're always trying to do these concerts in the middle of preparing something else on the theatrical on the stage, so as you see there's a little bit of a suspect bulge there.
Yeah.
But we can do something with that.
Oh right, yeah, I think just for me projector screen.
Yeah. My name is Mitch Raleigh. I'm the hirings officer for Carlisle Green Room Club. We tend to get everything ranging from 60s acts right through to things like magicians and children's entertainers, that sort of thing. So we're really hoping to kind of expand our range of things that we offer for people who come to the theatre regularly. I think it's the first time we've had Lee visiting with us. But yeah, we've had really good success so far with other kind of rock and roll style acts. It seems to be something that always really packs the house out. I think there's a generation of people who would quite like to go to a music concert, but quite like the idea of sitting down. That's now free. Oh, he's
it's stuck on there.
He's put another one on.
I'm singing full time now. We stopped our other business in December, and I sing in care homes during the week, and I do between 8-10 gigs a week in care homes, and then you're doing your big gigs at the weekend, your Elvis shows, and you could be anywhere. It is a grind because there's only me and Donna that go out and do it, and without Donna, none of this happens.
Is there a changing room?
There is two downstairs. Yes.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Downstairs?
Yeah.
She's my partner in crime. She supports me in everything I do, and I feel a bit sorry for her sometimes when I'm driving home on the motorway at 3-4 in the morning, and she stays awake most of the time. But sometimes when she drifts off, I look at her and I think, You know, I don't like dragging her out doing all this.
No. I'm tired. No.
Are you Lee?
I am.
You? I'm coming to see you.
Wonderful.
With my mum and my sister. My mum, they live in the North East. My mum is just a complete Elvis fan.
Oh, she loved tonight.
My mum's a big Elvis fan. And when I saw on social media that Lee was going to be here, she lives in the North East with my sister. So I texted and said, there's an Elvis tribute on here. Would you like to come? And it was like, yes, straight away. And she's very excited about it.
It's amazing what Elvis still means to people. Because you get people coming up to you after the show in tears and they're crying, and they say it's unbelievable what he still means to me, and the way he sang the songs. And I have friends now who I've met through Facebook, and some of them wouldn't get through their day on a daily basis without listening to Elvis every single day. Okay. These are special effect cold spark machines. So they produce like a massive sparkler effect, and yeah, they can go up to 5 meters high. Would they? Listen, I don't. If you would rather say, oh, I'd rather you, it's no drama.
No, I think they're lovely, and they add something. I'm just wondering if we can get them a little bit further away from the front row.
We're just getting the sideburns on now, and I've never had a hair that thick. It's funny because when we do some shows, and then when I come out, I usually come out with the cap on after I've finished.
Oh, I've not brought it.
It's all right. I won't be coming out with it. And again, the amount of people that come up to me and say, "Oh, if you see the Elvis guy, tell him he was brilliant. We've had a great night." The trouble with being an Elvis tribute is he's probably one of the most parodied singers, if not the most. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, without Donna, this doesn't happen. That might be a bit dodgy, that one, dude. That might be a bit dodgy, that one. Because you see it on the streets, and with stupid wigs, stupid glasses, stupid jumpsuits, and I didn't want to do that. As silly as it seems, you've got to have respect for the singer, the man, who he was, and what he did. Good job I had my hair cut today as well.
Quite long, actually.
Sometimes it's very painful getting this off. Now this is the panicky part now, where you've got to get it on and you've got to get it right online. It looks like you've just been in a hurricane when this goes on at first.
Right, wait there, don't touch it.
Better get it underneath.
Yeah, I know. Let me do it.
Stuck.
Not too low down.
A bit too high. It's right on top of my head.
Do you want it forward?
Yeah.
Pull it forward then. I'll lift it back up.
There you go.
Have you done it?
There you go, that's fine.
Have you done it?
Yeah. It's really good, but it's fine. It's worse when you've got a gig when it's summertime and you can't get the wig tape to stick on your head.
It don't stay at all, does it?
We did that. We did a 3-hour show in Spain. And it was like 38 degrees and it was an outside show. And to be honest, we talked about shows before. That was it was a 300. We sold 300 tickets for it, and it was a bit of a lesson learned because I was working. I was doing it for them, and sold 300 tickets. And they must have took about 12 grand on the bar, and they paid me €150. So I got my eyes wiped that night.
Hello.
Do you have a lot of shows come here, or is it just plays that you normally do?
We get a lot of outside. We got a lot of interest in outside hiring. It's getting more than we can actually accommodate. We are getting some people coming back and doing a second.
Yeah, I'd
show,
like to come back if it's.
Well, definitely, yeah. No, absolutely. It's, you just cannot go wrong with rock and roll and things. It seems to, it seems to sell every time.
Yeah, because when we first started doing this, we put spray tan on in the shower at home, and
You'll have it done for fine art now.
yeah, we can get it done pretty sharpish now.
Is the authentically embroidered suit?
That's the one. I mean, the jumpsuits are just the mentally heavy.
Yeah.
The ones with all the rhinestones on, they weigh 20-25 pound.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I mean, when you're singing big notes, you don't want anything in the back of your throat, and sometimes if you know you've got a bit of a rasp in your throat, it plays on your mind.
Really looking forward to very much so.
Have you seen them this fella before?
Haven't, no, we've seen others, so we're excited to see somebody new. Yes.
It's an inhaler. It's boiling water, and it just it keeps your vocal cut folds. It loosens them up and warms them up, and then I do some vocal exercises. Just like it's just humming and going and zoo, and you're going through different keys like Z, za, zay, and then I was told how to you go. And just trying to keep your vocals nice and moist. Gene Doucette, he was the chief costume maker for Elvis. He embroidered all his suits, he made all his suits by hand. And I was fortunate enough to get Gene to make a couple of my suits, the one that I'll be wearing tonight, and the Sundial suit, which was Elvis's last suit that he wore in concert. Zay, zo. The trouble with buying from America, it never comes fitted right. So then when you talk about send it back, it's hundreds and hundreds to send it back. And I took the chance on sending this Sundial suit back, and this Sundial suit was, the £5,000 a suit. And I sent this back through a shipping company, and they lost it. It was probably like, the loss was probably like losing a family member.
Elvis sign. Do that when it's finished on stage.
Please welcome on stage, Mr. Lee Newsome.
I just can't help to leave you when she smiles up soft and gentle with a trace of misty morning and a promise of tomorrow in her eyes. Yeah.
To me, if you're going to do something, you've got to do it 100%. You've got to try and recreate the look that Elvis gave. When you go to these Elvis competitions and you see some of the guys with what they've got on, you know, we look at each other, and me and Donna, and we said, have these guys got a mirror?
This time the girl is gonna stay.
The first competition I did was 2019. I won't mention the name of it. But there was one guy there, and this is not a word of a lie. He asked my wife, because she's a professional hairdresser, she's been a hairdresser for 40 years. She said, can you do anything with this wig? I bought it off a car boot sale yesterday for 50 pence. And I've turned up there, and I've got a £5,000 suit on. I've got a £2,000 custom made wig. And this lad gets third place in the comp. From that moment on, we sort of were finding out what these Elvis competitions are about.
Thank you very much. Elvis sang this next song at the 1968 comeback special. And, it's not a jazzy one, don't worry. I won't be sprinting out coming on in the leathers. Them days are long gone. But this next song, it did turn out to be one of Elvis's most fabulous love songs that he did. And just for a select few lucky ladies on the front row tonight, I might be stepping off the stage and serenading you. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this one goes. There's no cat fighting or anything like that, because I can't get around to everybody. Oh, we don't get no feedback. Here we go, baby. Are you lonesome tonight? Oh my. Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry? Won't let go.
If you go to see any Elvis show, you've either got young lads doing the 1950s Elvis, or you've got them doing the 70s Elvis. So this new show, I thought, there's nobody doing a ballad show that concentrates on the ballads that Elvis sang and the power ballads. We did our first show in Home Firth, which was okay for a start. We got about 100 people in there. People's reactions at the end of the show were, you know, literally, say a third of the audience stayed behind to have a chat with me and to say what Elvis means to them, and fantastic, they loved it.
Trying to get my rings off.
When you get into the stage where you're selling small theatres out, 150, 200 seats, it's a nice stepping stone.
Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight? Go on, keep it going. Hurry up, pause the music. Soon I'll return, bringing you all the love your heart can hold.
Ah, multinational Elvises. Top of my head, there's a guy from Malta, Eddie Popescu, good-looking lad. See, that's what a lot of them go on the looks. A lot of these women are just seeing how these guys look. A friend of mine in Germany, Rami Aslan, he can spend some money on suits.
You know what? It's technology. We tried this before these shows start, and I'm going to have to. All right, let's take that off there, shall we? I just feel like, all the eyes are on me. I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way.
Ideally, we'd love to try and get some of these big theatre shows, because I know I've got the voice, That's the most important part to me. You know, you can look as good as you want. You can have the best suits, the best wigs, but as soon as you open your mouth, that's what you're being judged on. Can you sing?
And he has not to say a word. He truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Look at that, Nick. Look at that. Really fabulous. That was safe journey home. Thank you very much. If you want a photograph, take me a piece. I'll be up there in about 2 minutes.
The way I do it, and I've always said to people, I imagine that Elvis is sat on a bar stool
Let's get going.
at the corner of the stage watching me. The audience is there, but when you're in the moment of singing that song, I'm only interested in how one man did it.
That was tough.
And that's Elvis. So that's what I try and do. Copy how Elvis did it, and imagine he's sat on the stage, and I'm singing to him, and that's how I try and do it. Woo.
No limousine waiting. Unfortunately, we've got to pack the gear away. About an hour, and then a 2.5 hour drive home. Elvis had limousines. Come on, let's get to the limo.
Elvis has left the building. Thank you and good night.